Welcome back to another Doodle Duel.
I'm Miss B.
And I'm Miss C.
It's fall and I'm really getting excited about pumpkins, cozy sweaters, and spooky season leading up to Halloween. I can't wait until it gets a little colder so I can wear all my sweaters and scarves. I'm also thinking about ghouls and creatures associated with Halloween. A classic character that comes to mind is a witch.
In today's challenge, we will be doing a Witchsona challenge. Each of us will draw ourselves as a witch with unique powers.
I start off by sketching out a pose, focusing on the position of the body. I then go in and refine the outfit on the second layer, playing with the fashion for the witch, so I can easily erase the clothes without messing up the pose. A great way to do this traditionally is to use tracing paper over your original drawing, so you can draw multiple ideas out. After the sketch is done, I think about the colors I would like to use. Then I work on the liner once I decide on the final concept.
I always like to figure out the pose of the figure before going into specifics of the drawing. First, I figure out if the posture looks about anatomically correct. I still want to keep it to a unique style by making it more chibi-like and my head a little larger. For my Witchsona, I want to keep it to my interests by making her an art witch. Instead of a broom, she is flying on a giant paintbrush that leaves a stream of rainbow paint behind her. After setting up the drawing sketch, I start working on my line work and coloring.
Since I already decided on colors earlier, I can quickly block them in. I want the sleeves and the tail of the coat to be sheer fabric, so I lower their opacity and add multiple layers in varying opacities to mimic the layering of transparent fabrics.
In my coloring process, I initially wanted to keep it to some light pastels and have an ink splatter across the dress and hat. After exploring more of my colors on the witch and the background, I realized that the rainbow ink splatter didn't look right and removed it completely. Instead, I kept it to the style of a painting palette on the dress and hat, giving it a more simplistic look. I also matched background with a light pink and clouds to emphasize that the witch is flying in the sky.
I use the shape tool to create nice round clouds and a crescent moon. This makes the edges crisp and perfectly round. I use the lock on the layer to add color to each layer of the shapes once they have been rasterized into a flat layer. I apply similar principles from the moon to the cloud and keep coloring.
My last few steps were to create more lighting and values across the drawing. I switched between an add and multiply layer to make the mood look warm and bright. Finally, I sprinkle some stars across the sky.
I continue coloring in the background and add stars and bats.
And we're done!
Miss C, your witch is so fun. I went with a more Halloween vibe, but I love the fun and energetic art witch you made.
Miss V, your Witchsona looks so cute and fashionable. I really like how you use your colors to make the witch pop out more from that background.
Which one do you guys think should win this challenge?
Let us know!
You can also show us your Witchsona art by having your parents submit your art to us at media@teenprimetime.org.
Please include the project title, student's first name, grade, and school. The selected artwork will be highlighted on Teen Primetime's website and YouTube channel.
Have a great spooky month!
See ya! Oh, and before we forget, keep doodling!